Hi everyone, this is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 4 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente race to 3,000 hits using Strat Super Advanced. If you do not want to know how he's done so far in his first 3 games, please skip ahead. In 3 games, he has collected 6 hits, so he's averaged 2 hits a game. Today, he will be facing once again the Chicago Cubs. Pitching matchup tonight is Bob Johnson for the Pirates and Juan Pizarro for the Cubs. Now, this is a night game, and we will be rolling for weather effects. So, Pittsburgh at night will be 1 to 8. Oh, sorry, whoops. Pittsburgh at home, 1 to 4 good, 5 to 13 average, and 14 to 20 bad. Since this is an April game. And it's a 10, so we will have average weather. So ballpark singles will be 1 to 11 each side, so rather generous. Ballpark home runs, lefties will be 1 to 5, and righties will be 1 to 2. All right. Starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Jose Cardinal leads off and plays right field. Glenn Beckert, second base, batting second. Billy Williams batting third. And in left field, Joe Pepitone cleaning up and playing first base. Ron Santo batting fifth and playing third. Rick Monday in center field batting sixth. Randy Hundley behind the plate batting seventh. Don Kessinger at short batting eighth. And Juan Pizarro, the pitcher, batting ninth. Behind the Pirates, a little different lineup tonight. Same behind the plate. Manny Sanguillen behind the plate. Bob Robertson at first. Dave Cash at second. Jose Pagan is the third baseman tonight. And Jackie Hernandez at short. Left to right, also a little bit of a change. In left field is Gene Clines. Center field is Al Oliver. And, of course, in right field, Roberto Clemente. And here's Jose Cardinal to lead off. 6 and a 9. Diamond shot, but that will not be good on a 19, so that is a fly ball to fairly deep left field. Caught by Clines, one away. And here's Glenn Beckert. 1 and an 8. And that's a base hit up the middle. And Beckert will not be held on. Ooh. Be 1 to 14. I'm going to give it a shot. They're not going to hold him on. He needs a 3. He will not get it, and that's fine. All right, havoc roll for Billy Williams. Nothing on the 3. All right, here is Billy Williams. Not holding Beckert on at first. 6 and a 4. Against the left field ballpark single at 1 to 11. Bounces high off the turf and into second base goes Beckert. And here's Joe Pepitone. They will not hold Williams on. No. All right, havoc roll for Bob Johnson. Again, nothing on the 3. Three and a 6. Popped him up. Just got under it. First baseman Robertson calls for it, makes the catch 2 away. And here's Ron Santo. Nothing on the 9. Oops, and we will do that again. Two and a 3. Ballpark single, but the 16 is too high. So we'll call that a fly out to center field, and that retires the side. Cubs leave 2. We go to the bottom of the first. The Cubs nothing and the Pirates coming to bat. Here is Juan Pizarro. I do not know much about his career, to be completely honest with you. Sorry, I'm not well versed in 1970s Cubs. This was the first year after Ernie Banks retired. He retired in 1971. One of the best baseball players of all time. All right, so batting order for the Pirates: Cash, Kleins, and Clemente. Robertson moved up to the cleanup spot. Sanguillen, Pagan, and then Oliver, Hernandez, and Johnson. And here's Dave Cash. 6 and a 5. Shortstop chance, 15. That's going to be an easy play for Kessinger. And there should not be a 10. 2 and a 15 is easy, good play. Kessinger, oh, he's a 30. But a 10 should be fine. Yep, 412, 317, and 18. So, nice play by Kessinger. Charges and gets Cash, one away. And here is Gene Kleins. That's the right column for Kleins. 1 and a 7. And that's into center field, base hit for Kleins. And, oh boy, Pizarro, good hold. -4. Hundley's a -2, so -5. And then -7. They will hold him on, but he will not go anywhere. Even on a -5, if we didn't hold him on, it'd be 1 to 10. So they will hold him on. Here's Clemente. Havoc roll. And 1 to 6, it's a wild pitch. Whoops. Nope. And that's a 5. The second goes Kleins on the wild pitch. Nothing on the 6. All right, here's Clemente. 4 and a 4. It's a third base chance. 19 for Santos. Should be no problem. He's a 2. E26. And a 12. 10 and an 11, but no 12. By the way, 10 is E26 on a third base is a rare 10 chance. And a 2 and a 19 G1. All right, G1 runner on second. It's the third base. Batter is out. Runner holds. So Clemente grounds to first. 2 turns to third. 2 away. It's up to Bob Robertson to drive home Gene Kleins. Wow, another 1. Let's see if Pizarro gives up another wild one. And he does. So 2 wild pitches by Pizarro. Let's see if it costs him. Nothing on the 9. Four and a 7. 1 to 16 single chance. Hot smash to third. Santo gets it, knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first, and by a step he gets Robertson. Oh, fantastic play by Santo, robbing Robertson of a base hit. 1 to 16 single chance. That's a 17. So the Pirates are held scoreless here in the bottom of the first. And we go to the top of the second. So 2 wild pitches do not cost Pizarro in that inning. And here's Johnson to face Rick Monday. 1 and a 9. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. First strikeout of the game for Mr. Johnson. Here's Randy Hundley. 5 and a 3. Left fielder Kleins. He's a 4 and a 12. I think that might be the first in the out range. Oops, excuse me. He drifts back. Can he make the catch? Kleins is an E14. Oh boy. And a 12. 14. And, oh, it goes off his glove. Going to second is Hundley. 2-base error. There is a 12 on the E14. So, runner in scoring position, 1 out for Don Kessinger. They will not hold Hundley on. Nothing on the 12. And here's a pitch to Kessinger. 666's pitcher chance. 16, Johnson, a 5. He'll still get to that. And Johnson is an E12. E12 for a pitcher. There is no 10. 5 and a 16. That is a G2. So G2 runner on second. Right. Ball to the pitcher so they get to decide. Let's see. Runner on second is Hundley. You know what? With a attempt to advance a base. So, yeah, no. The 1 to 12. He's an 11, subtract 4, and then the fielder's range, which is a 5. So they will take the sure out. Yep, sure out at first, and they'll let Hundley advance to third. And a 1-3 put out. The third is. And here's Pizarro using pitcher hitting card. Should be number 2. Timeout. That's better. All right, I'm going to leave this for straight up so you can see it because Johnson is also a pitcher hitting card number 2. All right, havoc roll for Johnson. Nothing on the 14. And here's the pitch to Pizarro. 1-10 struck him out. And that retires the side. So the error does not cost the Pirates. And through an inning and a half, it's the Cubs nothing and the Pirates nothing. All right, and Sanguian, Pagan, and Oliver do up for the Pirates here in the bottom of the second. And here's the pitch to Sanguian. 3 and a 4 ground. Oops, lefty. Yeah, we'll say that for 2 innings that an inning they didn't make a mistake. Okay, sorry. That's an out either way. All right, ground ball to first, and taking it to the bag himself is Pepitone, 1 away. My apologies if I missed anything. No runs were scored. Kleins had a single anyway. I think so. If not, nobody scored. So my apologies in advance. If you guys see anything in the video, let me know. But actually, it didn't matter, so won't matter. All right, here's Jose Pagan. Five and a 4 center field chance. And that is Rick Monday, 2 and a 10. He'll get to that. Monday is an E1, so very good outfielder. And a 10, there is no 10. Nope, so Monday we'll track it down 2 away. And here is Al Oliver, lefty-lefty matchup. One and a 7. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball to short. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates here in the second. And due up for the Cubs here in the third, top of the order, Cardinal, Beckert, and Williams. One 5 against the righty, ground ball to third, and Pagan throws out Cardinal, 1 away. Here's Glenn Beckert. 1-9, ground ball to short, and Hernandez throws out Beckert, 2 away. There's Billy Williams. 6-6 against the lefty, triple to 1. That's a 4. So Billy Williams with a 2-out single. He is 2 for 2 on the day. And let's see here. +1. -1 for being held. They're not going to hold him on. Ooh, he'd be 1 to 16 if he can get a jump. And he will try to get a jump. They won't hold him on. And no, he does not have a pickoff, so no. All right, Havoc roll for Johnson. Nothing on the 7. Here's Pepitone, popped out his last time up. 4 and a 7. Lefty, 1 to 9, and leaping and catching it is Cash. Outstanding play. 1 to 9, single chance, that's a 10. So the D20 has come up unkind a couple of times. And we go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Hernandez, Johnson, and Cash due up for the Pirates here in the bottom of the third. All right, here's Jackie Hernandez. Much better hitter against lefties. We only face them 29% of the time. 2 and an 8. He draws a walk, so. And the infield, the corners will be in, expecting a bunt here from Johnson. Ooh, he's a D bunter, makes him an E bunter. But they will go for it rather than have him try to hit into a double play or something. All right, Havoc roll. Nothing on the 7. All right, E bunter for Johnson. Hit to the third base, one of the third base side. 5 and a 10. And that's popped up. Third baseman Santo calls for it, makes the catch. Back to first base goes Hernandez, 1 away. And they are not holding Hernandez on. Havoc roll for Cash's at bat, nothing on the 8. And that's a ground ball back to the mound. The second for 1, and that's all they'll get. Cash reaches on the fielder's choice. Stolen 9 bases. Yeah, they won't hold him on. He's 1 to 10 anyways. So he'd get the automatic jump, but they're not going to try on 1 to 10. Actually, that's 2 outs. No. Yeah, 2 outs. For Gene Kleins. Nothing on the 8. 5 and a 10. Catcher chance. 19 for Hundley. That'll be a little tapper out in front of the plate. Hundley, E2 and a 10. Nope. And 2 and a 19. G2. So all he has to do is pick it up, throw to first, and that will retire the side. Through 3 innings, no score. Cubs have 3 hits. Pirates have 1 hit. And Johnson will face Santo Monday and Hundley here in the top of the 4th. Oops, and we'll do that again. Oops, jeez. 3rd time's the charm, maybe? There we go. 4 and a 6. 1 to 11 single chance. Excuse me, that's a 17. Line drive to the 3rd baseman, Pagan, 1 away. And here's Rick Monday. Jeez. Three and a 2. Ground ball to second towards the hole. Getting it is Cash. Throws out Monday. 2 down. Here's Randy Hundley. Reached on an error his last time up. 5 and a 9. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Johnson. And that will retire the side. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless. And here's Pizarro to face Clemente, Robertson, and Sanguillen. And here's the pitch to Clemente. Oh, sorry, Kleins. Oops, not Kleins. Yeah, Clemente, Robertson, and Sanguillen. Here's Clemente. Six and an 8. Fly ball to center field. And making the catch there is Rick Monday, 1 away. And here is Bob Robertson. Hold on a second. All right, here's the timeout. Robertson adjusts his batting gloves. And here's the pitch to Robertson. Oops. And once again, timeout while I find the white die. All right. And here's the pitch to Robertson. Six and a 7. Second base X, that's to Beckert. He's a 3. A 9 will be okay. E22. A 10. First off, 3 and a 9. That's a G3, 22, and a 10. There is no 10, so good play by Beckert. 2 away. Here's Manny Sanguillen. 1 and a 4. Ballpark single. That's a 2. And Sanguillen rips a single. Second hit of the game for the Pirates. Here's Jose Pagan. Sanguillen will not be held on. And here's Pagan. Nothing on the 16 for Pizarro. 1-8 against the lefty. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. First strikeout for Pizarro. Okay. And to the 5th. Nothing. Kessinger, Pizarro, and Cardinal to face Bob Johnson. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. 2 and an 11 against a righty. Ground ball to short right there for Hernandez. 1 away. And here is Pizarro. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Oops, and that does not count. Oh, jeez, wow. Okay, let's try that again. The third time, if I don't get it, I'll just roll it on the whatchamacallit. Here we go. 1 and a 4. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. So Pizarro goes down, feebly swinging. And here's Jose Cardinal. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out, or a fly out and a ground out. 2 and a 5, and that's into left field for a base hit. And here's Beckert. Johnson is due up 3rd. Decisions. All right. Nothing on the havoc roll for Beckert. They're gonna hold on Cardinal, so he'd be a 1 to 14. You know what? They're gonna try a 2 to 6 or a 9. He gets a good lead, but he could get picked off. There is a 1. 1 to 12, he gets back. If not, he is picked off. And there's a 1 again, he gets back. So he has to stay there. He's being held. Beckert. Balker pass ball chance. That is a balk chance, no balk. All right, here's Beckert. 1 and a 3. Ground ball to first. Robertson throws to Johnson covering, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Oliver, Hernandez, and Johnson due up. Now, if the Pirates get 2 on, they may think about pulling Mr. Johnson here. So they are going to get Luke Walker loosening in the bullpen. All right, here's Pizarro. Six, 7 against the lefty. Second base chance. Let's see. 3 and a 9 is fine. 22 and an 8. No 8. And that's a good play by Oliver. By Beckert to get Oliver. 1 away. And here's Jackie Hernandez. Walked his first time up. Wrong column there. 1-4 fly ball to right field. And that's 2 away. And we'll let Johnson hit because there's nobody on. Left-handed batter, lefty-lefty matchup. 1 and a 9. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Only a second strikeout for Pizarro. We are through 5. And we are scoreless. Now this is Johnson's point of weakness inning, so those that may not play Strat or maybe watching Strat for the first time, of course that means that if they give up 3 hits and or unintentional walks in an inning, they are considered tired, and any of the results with dots are single 2 stars. All right, Billy Williams, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 3 and a 12. And that's just a bit outside ball 4. And here's Joe Pepitone. You may say if they allow another base runner that he may be done for. Williams will not be held on. Havoc roll for nothing on the 5. Here's Pepitone. 2 and a 10 popped up behind home plate. Sanguillen throws the mask off and in foul territory makes the catch 1 away. Here's Ron Santo. Nothing on the 18. Five and an 11. Ground ball to first. That's an 8 for Robertson. He is a 2. Ooh, 2 and an 8. Let's see if he can get 1 out. Robertson's an E11, so fairly good. And a 12. 6, 8, 15, 3, and 18. So he'll get the sure out at first, but they will not get the return throw. And so Santo is on, and they will not hold him on. Here's Rick Monday. Havoc roll for nothing on the 4. I think this might be his last batter no matter what. 6 and a 10. Against the lefty, swung on and missed, struck him out. And I think that will cap him there. He'll face 24 batters in 6 innings. It's actually not too bad. All right, Pizarro to face Cash, Kleins, and Clemente here in the top of the 6th. Or bottom of the 6th, I should say. All right, here's Cash. 3 and a 6. That ball is driven deep to left field. Back goes Williams, and it's out of here. 3 and a 6 again. Oh, hold on. Yes, it will be. I looked at the wrong side of the card, but it's still the same result. Forgot Pizarro is a lefty. 3 and a 6. He needs the 1, and he got it. Now, I know the StratMax computer does home run robbing. I am not doing home run robbing, so home run for Cash. Got the 5% chance there, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. Here's Gene Kleins. 3 and an 8. And found the field goal roll there. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Pizarro. Here's Clemente. 0 for 2 on the day. Trying to keep his modest 3-game hitting streak alive. Oops, don't even need that. Two and a 6. And he will keep the hitting streak going. That's a base hit. So Clemente now needs, spoiler alert, needs 111 hits now for 3,000. 2-6 against the lefty. Solid single. They will not hold him on. Here's Bob Robertson. Nothing on the 11. This time off the pitcher's card. 4 and a 9. Righty, double to 1. That's a 6. So, oh boy. Not trying to, and on to third goes Clemente. First and third with 1 out. They will bring the infield in. And Phil Regan is loosening in the bullpen, along with, well, actually, Joe Decker and Phil Regan are loosening in the bullpen. All right, infield in with 1 out. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Pirates looking to break this open a little bit more. Nothing on the 14. And it looks like Regan may actually loosen up because Pizarro is due up third in the inning. Here's Sanguillen. 1 and 11 against the lefty. And let's see here. Ground ball to short. First and third with ground ball B. Yep. Batter is safe. Lead runner is out. So on a 6-2, Clemente out at the plate. Moving to second is Robertson. Other runners advance 1 base. Yep. Okay. And to first on the fielder's choice. All right, here's Pagan. 2 down, infield back to normal. And Havoc roll for nothing on the 8. One and 11 ballpark single, 1 to 11, but the 15 is not going to happen. So fly ball to left field, and making the catch there is Billy Williams. But on the cash homer, the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. And now the Cubs will definitely pinch hit for Pizarro. And Bob Johnson will be coming out as well. Actually, they're going to leave Johnson in because he is due up third in the next half inning. Or else there may be some double switching going on. Hundley, Kessinger, and most likely a pinch hitter. Although Walker is ready if needed. All right, here's Randy Hundley. Reached on an error and struck out, so 0 for 2. 4 and a 6. And that will be a base hit. 1 to 11, that's a 5. And they're actually going to do a double switch. So Richie Hebner will come into the game and play third base. And Luke Walker will come into the game to pitch. Timeout. All right, and then comes Luke Walker. 6 innings for Johnson. He leaves, and Don Kessinger due up. Woof. And they're expecting a bunt from Kessinger, saying they're going to have a pinch hitter coming up. Kessinger hit. He hit 274. He's a good bunter. They're not quite expecting a bunt, but This will be my decider die. 1 to 3, they play in. 4 to 6, they play back. They are playing back, so he will be an A bunter. And so Kessinger, here's a pitch. He squares around. Oh, boy. That goes to the third baseman. A and a 9. B and a 9 would have still been fine. A and a 9 is just as good. So, bunted out in front of third base, gets far enough that Hundley will advance to second. 5-4 in the putout. To second goes Kessinger, and we'll get a pinch hitter for Juan Pizarro. Let's see, against the lefty. Jim Hickman will hit for the Cubs. All right, and they will get Joe Decker. All right. So here's Hickman, 1 out, runner on second. All right. And havoc roll. Nothing on the 10. Three and a 7. Ground ball to second. Field goal roll there. Moving to third is Hundley, but there are 2 outs. Oops. And here is Jose Cardinal. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 13. One and an 8. Popped up. Shortstop Hernandez calls for it and makes the catch. And that retires a side. Stretch time here at Three Rivers, I guess. Wherever they played. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back for its root for your favorite team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, I'm going to take a quick time out here. I'm going to show you. Unfortunately, Mr. Decker does not have a card that I can use, but I'm using Baseball Max from Strat, and I'll show you his card. Okay, so there's his card. If you want to pause, take a look at it, and we'll be right back to the action right after this. All right, so Decker is a righty facing the lefty Oliver, the righty Hernandez, and the righty Hebner. Yeah, let's see if he can come and do a good job here. All right, here's Oliver. 3 and a 10 against a righty. Ooh, just missed out. Ground ball, first base, taking it to the bag himself is Pepitone, 1 away. Here is Jackie Hernandez. Jackie is 0 for 1 with a walk. 4 and a 12 against a righty. That's a first base chance. 14 for Pepitone. That will be okay. He is a 2 and an E6. So if he avoids the 3, 13, and 18, he'll be fine. 6, 4, 15. 6. Yes, he avoided it. So Pepitone to Decker, 2 down. Here's a Richie Hebner. First at bat for Hebner. here's the pitch to Hebner. 3 and a 10 against the righty. Ground ball to second. And Beckert throws out Hebner to retire the side. We go to the 8th. 1-0 Pirates. All right, Walker coming out for his second inning of work. Beckert, Williams, and Pepitone due up for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th. And then here's Beckert, 1 for 3 with a single. 4 and a 12. Beckert is weak power. And, it's against the lefty anyways. Okay, so it's a ground ball to first. Robertson, 2 and a 6 is good. Robertson is an E11. E11 and an 11. And that is good. So Robertson fields it, throws to the pitcher Walker, 1 away. And here is Billy Williams. Four and a 5. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball to second. And Cash throws out Williams 2 away. And here's Joe Pepitone. Longtime Yankee. Five and a 6. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball to second. And Cash throws out Pepitone. 1, 2, 3 inning for the Cubs here in the 8th. We go to the bottom half. Still 1-0 Pirates. And Decker will face Santo, Monday, and Hunley. Oh, no. That's who's due up for the Cubs in the 9th. For the Pirates here in the 8th, top of the order, Cash. We'll get a pinch hitter for Kleins. Maybe. And Clemente. So Decker facing Cash. Three and a 6. And that ball is ripped into center field. Won't get the D20 luck this time, but he's into second with a double. So Cash, and now they will get a pinch hitter for Kleins. Vic Davalillo will pinch hit, and he may stay in the game and play left field. So Davalillo will hit for Kleins. So runner on second, Davalillo. Havoc roll for nothing on the 15. They are not. Oh, they're going to hold Cash. Is a 16? Yeah, they're going to hold him. 5 and a 5 against the lefty. Fly ball center field. And Monday puts it away, and staying at second is Cash. And here's Roberto Clemente, 1 for 3 with a single. Nothing on the 18. Three and a 9 against a righty. Ground ball to short. Looking Cash back is Kessinger, throws out Clemente 2 away. Here's Bob Robertson. Nothing on the 5. 2 and a 2. Just a bit outside ball 4. So first and second. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Singled, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. So Sanguillen actually gains 2 hits in the clutch. So nothing on the 10. Two and a 2, not good there. Fly ball to right field. And there is Cardinale will make the catch. That retires a side. Now, in a save situation, we're going to leave Walker out there. And he came in when it was not a save situation, so. And anyway, if he gives up the lead, he'll be pinch hit for anyway, because he's due up first in the bottom of the 9th. Going to the top of the 9th. Walker will face Santo, Monday, and Hundley. Here's Santo. Two and a 9. Wow. Field goal roll there between a single and a ballpark home run. That's swung on and missed, struck him out. And here's Rick Monday, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Two and a 3 against the lefty, just a bit outside ball 4. So the tying run is aboard, and they will. Walker's a -3. They will not hold on. They will hold on Monday. 1 away. Here's Randy Hundley. They'll let him hit, even though he only faces lefties 31% of the time. This will be one of them. Nothing on the 4. Oops, nothing there to go through the tray. 6 and a 5. Fly ball to right field. Back goes Clemente, 2 away. And here's Don Kessinger. They will have a pinch hitter coming on deck. Paul Popovich. No, they'll have Carmen Fanzone will be on deck in case Kessinger gets on. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 6. So 5 and a 5. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Fly ball, center field. Back goes Oliver and makes the catch, and that's your ball game. Final score from Pittsburgh. Pirates win this one 1-0 on the Cash home run. Be right back with the line totals. All right, Pirates line score: Pirates 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. Cubs no runs, 5 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Bob Johnson. Yes, he was still in the game when they came up to bat before Miller came in for the save, or Walker came in for the save. Oh, I put Miller. Walker. Pitches the final 3 innings for a 3-inning save. Pizarro is your hard luck loser. And Clemente, with 1 hit today, now needs 111 hits in 396 plate appearances. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave a like. It helps the video to be seen. Please leave a comment. I know I kind of screwed up a little bit in the bottom of the first inning with not recognizing that Pizarro was a lefty, but I don't think it caused anything. You know, no runs were scored, and I don't think anybody would have scored anyway. So my apologies. And if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good night, everybody.